I got a call saying that Gore wanted to meet with me, and I flew out to LA, and we sat down together, and he started talking to me about how he wanted to make this movie that was inspired by the great psychological thrillers of the 70s, and that sounded really ambitious and exciting to me. And he showed me some images and kind of set the scene, told me what it was about, and I went home with the script, and it seemed like, you know, I knew the part was going to be challenging. I don't think there's many movies where, you know, the character's in every single scene. In one scene he's walking down the hallway, and the next scene he's turning a corner, and I liked the challenge of kind of that responsibility. And also, you know, I liked how ambitious Gore was being, and I knew from his previous work that he had a chance of pulling it off, so I was on board.
You're talking about a type of movie that we don't see very much anymore, and the genre has become, you know, a distillation of kind of pop-outs or scares, or, you know, every 2.5 minutes you have to scare somebody, and we wanted to return to kind of a slow cooking approach to the narrative. And I think that those movies you mentioned, they have a real point of view. You know, there's sort of two types of storytelling, I think. For me, there's the kind of hand on your back. We're going to lead you through a darkened space, which we could use in like Rango or you know, Pirates of the Caribbean. And then there's the breadcrumbs. Like, we're going to put some breadcrumbs out, and we're going to try to get you to nibble a little bit. And that can be more devastating, because you open the door and you kind of let us in, if that makes sense, because we're preying upon your motivation to discover things, and using enigma and more of a dream logic. And I think hopefully, you know, it's very hard to talk about this movie right after you see it, but hopefully in 3 days you will start to feel the side effects of The Cure.
Da, 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 da. I mean, there's like the music that's supposed to make you calm, and the music that's particularly in this movie are so similar. And I will never, you know, I'll never get a massage. I'll never go into a steam room and not think about this film. And I hope that's the same for all of you.
Yeah, I mean, I think the movie. We tried to make something unusual, which is hard to do these days. It's not. We don't have a theme park ride. We don't have a toy or a sequel, or you know. We just tried to tell a story. This story in particular, you know, we're sort of playing with this idea of trying to put sickness into the narrative. You know, that the idea that maybe something is inevitable, like a black spot on your X-ray, or you know, that it's not going away. And so every moment becomes has to have a kind of intention and a sense of relentless inevitability, and that was something that we talked about early on, and just tried to preserve through the process, that even when even before he arrives at the place, he's you know, fate is sort of playing its hand, if you will.